Hi, how are you? It is Wednesday, March the 13th, and it's been a really long time since my last video, but that's life. And it's season's almost starting again here in Santiago. It's usually Easter time when things start to pick up, and we're getting close to Easter again. And the weather has changed, and we've had some kind of gray and rainy days now since February, more or less. In January and February we had a few weeks with really good weather. We had people walking. I've talked to one pilgrim that walked the Camino del Norte, and he had 20 degrees days in January, which is not normal. But after that it turned gray and rainy again, and now it's kind of, some days we have good weather like today, and then some days we have rain and windy and storm. And we had snow down to 500 meters above sea level about a week ago. So Osebreiro and places coming into Galicia that was a bit over 500 meters got snow. That should be pretty much gone again now. But anyway, as you can see, winter and spring can give you any kind of weather. Now this is beautiful today. The bagpiper is working, as you can hear as well. What else is going on? Pilgrim wise, I think in the Pilgrim's office they have about 100, 150, 200 a day, which is up from about 50 or 60 which we had in January and February. So it's starting to pick up, but it's not busy. It's not busy at all. I think the Pilgrim's office still only runs on that. They've closed down the big office where you get your compostela, where you have all the big desk where you have different positions where you can get your compostelas in different places. I think they're still doing it in the little office on the right when you get into the main hall there. But soon, when numbers start to pick up, I think they will open up the big office and things will be back to summer normal again. What else? In Santiago they have, you probably haven't noticed, but when you get into Santiago, you've been following the arrows for many days, and actually in Old Town there's not a lot of arrows, so people were getting a little bit stressed with finding the cathedral in Santiago. You could take a wrong turn and miss the way down to the cathedral. But now about 2-3 weeks ago they added a lot of new markers, bronze markers in the streets of Santiago, which you would assume they would have had before, but they haven't. But now there's a lot of them, and there's a lot of them for any type of Camino. There's several ones for the one coming in from Portugal, the Portuguese, several ones for the ones coming in from the Frances, and of course the Primitivo and all that way. Camino Inglés have several ones, so now it shouldn't be a problem finding your way once you get into Old Town with these new markers. I'll see if I can take a picture of one, and I'll put this on the video so you can see what it looks like. So that's good. It's easier to navigate once you're in town. What else? I have been working with Michael, with my Wise Pilgrim. He has, of course, his guides, and he has an online guide that he's been putting up on his website. And we have started a little bit of a collaboration. So now he put his online guide up on the Camino Forum site, and you could go to the Camino Forum. At the top in the menu there's a link that is online guides, and that will bring you to all of his guides, and you can get them online and browse through and see hotels and albergue and all kinds of information that they have there. And of course click on the booking links to make a reservation if you so wish to do. And that's how we make money on that little project, is income generated by the booking links. So it's another option. I know Grons is also a very popular site that people use, and this is another way of browsing albergues and reading a little bit more about the routes. What else? We have started a new service. I know I talked about that in my last videos. I won't go too much into it. But the one luggage service I was saying, we can now pick up luggage in people's hotels in Europe, and well, actually in France, Spain, and Portugal so far. We have had the first few shipments made, and it seems like it's working great. I was a little bit nervous the first time. I was like, is this going to work? Is like, yes, actually it is going to work. It's working, so that's good news. So we're picking up suitcases in Madrid, in Paris, in Lisbon, and we're shipping them up to Santiago and having them stored here until you arrive in Santiago, and of course then you pick it up. So that's good. It seems like it's working, which is always good news. So I know many of you now are in your planning phase of your Camino, or maybe you have already decided which one you want to walk, and maybe you're still kind of debating it. And there's a Camino map. It's a big kitchen table map that I have on my Camino Store that I have this week for 30% off. The map is one of those maps that you remember the old car maps when you know, for those that remember that before GPS and all that, we had to have maps in the, you know, when we're driving to find your way. It's one of those big folded maps that you fold up on the kitchen table. It's of whole of Portugal and whole of Spain, and with all the various caminos drawn up on it. And you can kind of put on the kitchen table and dream a little bit about, to see the various routes, to see which city each route goes through, to help you decide a little bit if you're not quite decided which Camino you would like to walk. Because when you walk a Camino, you also visit various towns and you visit various regions, and the map is a good way of putting that out there. And it's a good way to help you decide if you still have not decided which route you would like to walk next. So 30% off next week. I'll put the link down below in the video if you're interested in getting that map. So I think that's it for this video. There's not much more to say. It's early now, before the season starts, and I guess I should be all rested now, right? I should be rested now and waiting for, you know, and before the season starts. But I feel like I'm actually exhausted, and the season haven't even started. And but I guess that's life. Anyway, hope things are good where you are. Stay safe and come by Casa Ivar when you're in town. We'll say hi. That would be nice. Talk to you soon. Ciao, ciao.